Hey guys, it's Kay, and in this video I'm going to give you an update about Smart Desktop AI and answer the question if they are paying. So the goal of this video is to answer that question, are they paying? A lot of folks who are in Smart Desktop AI know that they're getting ready to pay out commissions, and the question is, are they really paying it out? So for folks who are not in Smart Desktop AI, you're wondering what this is all about. Let's give you a quick recap so you all caught up. The Smart Desktop AI used to cost 20 bucks. It's now free. And so that's why tons of people are jumping on this, and we can understand why people are jumping on this. This is an AI, an email marketing system that uses AI to literally go out and get you 50 leads per day, and it markets your business specifically to those leads. It also pays out $60 for everyone that you refer to Smart Desktop AI. Even though it's free, it's still paying out 60 bucks to everyone that you refer to Smart Desktop AI, and then you could earn $15 monthly on those folks as well. So that makes this an intriguing offer that you could actually get a system that markets for you, and then at the same time be able to make money for it. But guess what? As the recording of this video, Smart Desktop AI is not accepting any new members. If you try to sign up, what you're going to be met with is this right here. You're not able to sign up at all. Only existing members are able to log into their back office, and you know what? The software hasn't launched yet, so it's not like we could actually use the software. So just so that you're aware, you cannot sign up for Smart Desktop AI at this moment. If you go to the website, you got a link to join, you go there, you see this, that's what's happening. You're just not able to join until they reopen that process. So I'm going to recap to you some very important dates that Smart Desktop AI set out to meet, and to kind of detail if they've met him or what's happening. But particularly, our goal is to answer this question, are they paying? So here's the date, the timeline of what Smart Desktop AI is trying to meet here. Now, they should have launched, because right at the time of this recording, we're at the 16th. They should have launched version 1.1 this week, the first week in August. And as this video, it has not launched. So this date has not been met. You're also seeing some other important dates. So you can see the 0 here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All these dates are dates that Smart Desktop AI put out as a benchmark for what they're going to be able to do. Now, this video is in no way intended to discredit the company, to say anything bad about the company, just stating the facts here. And you know what? I'm an affiliate like everyone else in this system. And so I'm looking out for, in a sense, what's in my best interest and to make decisions in terms of how I'm going to move forward, right? So that's why I created this video, to give people my insight on things, to lay out the facts as I see them, as I research them, and as I have the facts to divulge. So these are the date and the timeline that has been set by Smart Desktop AI in terms of what's happening. You'll notice that the 01 was for the version 1.1 to be released. That has not been met. And also the payout. The first commission run was due Saturday, August 10th. So now we're in this week here, and the question is, has it been paid out? So let's dive into it and answer all those questions. So the first thing, just to back that up, you see that they released something saying the release of version 1 would actually be happening in the first full week of August. That was their anticipated launch. But something came up that actually allowed them to, kind of necessitate them to push this back, because they just could not meet that deadline with what they have going on in the background. Now, here's what's happening in the background. They put out statements saying that a lot of people are creating fake accounts, so much so that over 500,000 signups are logged in Smart Desktop AI. Folks, when I think about that, it just boggles my mind. That is a lot of signups. Now, I did anticipate that Smart Desktop AI would get a lot of signups, because it was only 20 bucks to begin with, and for what it offered, it was an awesome deal at only 20 bucks one time, not recurring, but one time, to get marketing leads. So I anticipated that the numbers would be high, and then when they set it from $20 to free, I definitely expected it to go through the roof as people were marketing it, but I certainly did not expect it to be pretty much close to, it literally being 500,000. Now, here's the thing. They're mentioning that there's a lot of fake accounts. So in this number, there's a lot of fake accounts that they have to wade through in order to send out that August 10th commission run, to meet that deadline of August 10th where they pay out the commission. So what they were asking folks to do is actually verify their accounts. Pretty much they were asking affiliates to go in. So if you haven't done it, they're asking the affiliates to go in, verify your account by telling the system who your inviter is, who your sponsor was, giving them the referral link for your sponsor, and actually filling out your details in terms of how you want to be paid. So for USA members and affiliates, you could be paid out in bank, by your bank account. And for international members, what they were doing is paying out in Wise account, and then they have an alternate for people who don't have Wise. So let's continue with the timeline and kind of diving into the facts as it was presented by the company here. It says that they were looking to pay out August 17th any missing commissions to the USA members. And they gave a deadline of Wednesday, August 14th, that if you realize that, some people weren't accounted for in your genealogy to be paid out, then you could actually submit details and it could be included on the August 17th run. So they were asking for your name, the name and ID number of your members, and then your name and email address. So actually details about your people and yourself so they could verify everything. Now they did mention that, they don't want anyone to message them to kind of ask them who's leads or if someone is their members, and it's really on your side in order to figure out who you sent a referral link to so they actually join with you. Now, folks, I know this is crazy to ask us, in a sense, to verify who we marketed to actually get them signed up. When I first heard that, it was like, that's impossible. How does a person who marketed to someone and had a link, that person signs up, how are you supposed to capture them and even know that they signed up? But that's what the company is requesting, that if you sign someone up and you think they didn't show up on your genealogy, that you actually supply them with the information of the people that you have. So for most people, I know that could be an impossible task, as you're marketing, you send out the link, so that becomes impossible. Another thing is, they actually mentioned that they're going to do a commission run on August 17th. That's going to cover all the international folks. So that's when the international folks will actually get their payouts, is on August 17th. That's the anticipated date. And it's for verified members. So if people haven't gone in and verified their accounts, they actually are at the risk of not getting paid out for what they did, because the company's only counting verified accounts because of this crazy amount of fake joiners to Smart Desktop AI. So pretty much what people were doing was trying to game the system, right? Because if you could sign someone up for free, and if that person signs up, you make the commission of $60 a pop, you could imagine lots of people were doing some crazy shenanigans in order to get themselves padded to make that $60. So that's what was happening. Now, they mentioned, in addition to the international folks, they'll also include some commissions for the USA folks as well. So I'll go ahead and actually summarize what this mentioned, but just to give you a recap so you can actually see it and print yourself of what all that's happening. In addition to that, they mentioned that they are really getting everything together. They're doing everything possible, and that everything they're doing is really to get the commissions out. So everything else that they were working on has to take a back seat and have halted. So that's why you're seeing that they're not accepting any more members at the moment. And also that when we talked about, the version 1.1 should have been launched, it is not launched because they're working on getting all the commissions caught up, accounts verified, and paid out. So that's where we're at. The 10th date, that was the first commission run, and that was for the USA folks. So that's who could really verify if payments have gone out. Now, in the last part, I want to mention is what happens to the international folks. A lot of the international folks are saying, okay, we don't have Wise account. And that's how they intend to pay out the international folks. They're asking folks to really go in their back office. If you're a US member, you're going to put in your bank account information, right? Your ACH details, so they could wire money to you, in a sense, send it by ACH. For international folks, they're asking those folks to enter in their Wise detail so they could be paid out that way, and that's coming August 17th. The deadline for people to have submitted their Wise account was actually Wednesday, August 14th. So if you haven't done that, you possibly have missed that August 17th payout run. Now, for folks who don't have Wise account, the company also mentioned, you know what, they're gonna do or try and figure something out in terms of how to get those members paid who don't have Wise account. And their anticipated date that they let the international folks know when an alternate is chosen, ultimate payment processor would have been on the 14th. So international folks would know that information if they received information in terms of telling them what alternate that is, for them to actually put that details in. Now, for those folks who put in the alternate payment information, so the international people who don't have Wise and put in a different payment processor, the payment to those folks are due to come out around August 23rd. So that's the plan that the company has set out. And just as a recap, so you can kind of see the details of it, this is what the schedule looked like for what the company was trying to do. They were trying to launch the software this first week here, also do the payout on the 10th. So the payout went out, and then on the 14th, they were trying to clean it up, that if they missed anything for the August 10th payout, that they'll catch up with August 17th. And then it also had deadlines for the international folks. So this is a recap. If you want to take, pause the video here and kind of look at the recap to see where you fit in. But pretty much the USA folks was being paid out August 10th. August 14th was a lot of deadlines that people had to get things in. August 17th is another commission run that's coming up. And August 23rd is when the anticipated payment is to the international affiliates that have non-Wise account. So that's the gist of it. So what does that mean, right? The people actually get paid out on August 10th, like the company intended to. So here's the message from the company regarding that August 10th payment. It mentioned that because they were sending out lots of payments, it got delayed and in a sense got flagged by their bank, and so there was a delay on it. So in fact, that August 10th payment is expected and anticipated to arrive in people's bank account around August 16th. So the August 10th payment is anticipated to arrive to folks by August 16th. It also mentions that because there is a lot of accounts, right? The same thing, the payout's going to happen on August 17th, that will also be a delay where the August 17th payment commission run, folks would actually start receiving it around that Friday, the August 23rd. So folks, that's the timeline of what's happening. Did I get paid? I have not gotten paid yet. I'm still waiting in this August 17th time period to wait and see if it actually starts populating in my account around August 16th or shortly thereafter. So that's where I'm at with it. Now, here's what I'm beginning to see, and I'm sure a lot of people have lots of, thoughts, theories about what's happening, fears, doubts, all that thing that's creeping up, right? I mean, it's only natural that if something like this is happening, you can't help but to wonder and then make decisions for yourself and decide what to do moving forward. So here's what I'm seeing. It mentions that people are creating fake accounts. So that's not something that we're not aware of, right? We're getting this information that people are creating fake accounts to the tune of there's over 500, right? 500,000 people in Smart Desktop AI, right? There's 500 logged accounts in there. The question is, how many of those are real? So what the company is doing literally is saying the company wants us to log into the back office and validate ourselves to say, you know what, I am who I am, and I got the referral link from someone. So your referrer, your sponsor, has to give you their information, being their name, their email address, and their sponsor's ID, right? And then you put that in the back office. Now, here's where I'm seeing a potential for security concern. Now, we are actually giving out data to possible scammers, right? Because if someone has registered tons of information and potentially could reach out to any one of us, any of the affiliates, saying, hey, I signed up with your link, I need your details to enter in the back office, we provide that detail to whoever it is, right? Because we may not know who we gave that detail to. So we provide that information to a scammer. Who knows what could happen with that, right? Another concern I'm also thinking is we may never get paid for the legitimate members that we actually brought in. Because what if some of those members you brought in literally did not go in the back office and fill out that detail? Now, we have no idea who we actually recruited, and they didn't fill in the detail. So now we are not quite sure that we're going to get paid what we were thinking and anticipating of getting paid out. So a lot of folks have done a lot of work with Smart Desktop AI in promoting it and actually waiting for this to come out. And I could just imagine, the anxiety around the process that we have to go through the process of actually verifying ourselves and having our members verify themselves, and then the possibility of not getting paid because some people haven't done that process. Now, another thing with this is the time frame, because this has not launched in the time frame that we've anticipated and that the company has set. And some of this is for reasons beyond their control, right? Because if the system is murked up with all these accounts and they have to figure this out, which they never anticipated, then it affects everything else. Now, I've heard scenarios saying, you know what, the company should have planned better for this. Put something in place that kind of alleviated all this. And hindsight, at this point, we're all suffering for the lack of what did not happen. So at this point, we're looking at some serious major delays here where the software is not coming out, even though we're anticipating, using it for businesses. And that's why we're actually here to possibly use this for business to see how we could drive sales through it and actually have a marketing system. And also, folks are not able to sign up anymore, right? Because that process has stopped. Signups have stopped, and so further payout will possibly be delayed. So the question comes down to, what do you do right now? What do you do? And it becomes a kind of a simple thing. It's like, what can we do at this point but to wait it out and see what happens, to see if we actually do get paid, right? To see if the software does launch, when is it launching? All those questions becomes, well, it's a wait and see. So folks, if you're interested and want these updates, that whenever updates come out, that needs to be put in a form that allows everyone to understand clearly what's happening, definitely feel free to join the Telegram group that we have for Smart Desktop AI, where we give you updates, help you with marketing if the software is coming out, and help you with anything surrounding Smart Desktop AI.